Hello, hello, and welcome to the Way of Boog. I am excited to bring to you today, let's see here, we're going to take a look at Ground War. And I'm going to show you a strategy to be able to effectively, consistently be able to take out Tier 3. And so let's go ahead and dive in and take a peek at some of these tunes and why this works so effectively. So you can alter some things here, Jedi Knight Revan, Shock T, or maybe the two that you could swap out, but I'll explain why I'm using them. So let's take a look first at the lead, right? Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker and why this is so effective. So his lead. Alright, they get some extra crit chance and crit damage for Jedi, so doubled, so 30%. But this thing right here, the base speed, and I think I have my JKL somewhere around 160 speed, so pretty slow. But that's not really the magic. This is the magic right here, Heroes Arise. And we take a page out of the playbook for like light side GOTBs, and you know how you can go ahead and end the phase with a Heroes Arise, and then that resets JKL's turn meter. And so right here, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker is granted 100% turn meter, and so then to start the next wave, then JKL has his, if you time it right and you have his cooldowns reset, he can do his big stun, right? So let's take a look at that. Repulse, and this is what we're talking about. Inflict stun for 1 turn and vulnerable for 2 turns on all enemies. Repulse on raid boss, it can't be evaded or resisted, right? So can't be resisted. So if you start the wave and you have this ability, it's the cooldowns are reset, and you have 100% turn meter, it's really hard for the opposition to come back after all of them have been stunned, right? And we'll take a peek at that here shortly. So it's that combination of his lead ability with the Heroes Arise that resets his turn meter, and that crazy ability with Repulse, right? So that's why he's in here, and I suppose while we're in here we can take a peek at his mods. Actually, at time of recording this, he was at R5. He's R7 now, and see, here's his speed, 163. So he has a crit damage triangle, and he has a pile of offense, right? So look at that for mods, an extra 4,000, and he's he's almost at 12,000. That's a lot. That's a lot of offense. So that's really the magic right there. And so Jedi Knight Revan, if you're not going to have Jedi Knight Revan in here, you're going to want to have Jolie, especially for Tier 3. You want to have, so Jedi Knight Revan, he's kind of in here for a couple reasons. Number one is he's got Savior. So first time another Jedi ally would be reduced to 1% health. If he's active, they recover 100% of their max health and protection. So it allows for 1 oops, right? So you have 1 oops. And that's it, right? So that's one of the reasons why I like to keep him in here. And the second is this direct focus, and this comes into play in phase or in wave 4, right? Is pretty important, right? So you can ignore the taunts, and it's a mass call to assist. You inflict the buff immunity and basically forces a taunt on that guy, right? So it's marked. All enemies will target this unit, marked. So that's why he's in there. Shock T is in here for a couple of reasons. So number one, with the Heroes Arise, it's nice to have somebody else on the team that's really fast. And so Shock T is, for me, she's modded up for commie shards, right? So let's see here. So she's pretty quick with a plus 131, and so it can be that, you know, at the, you know, the very first wave is can be sketchy, and so it's good to have somebody in there that's pretty quick that can get the Heroes Arise off pretty quickly, so that then Jedi Knight Luke can go ahead and do his Resolve ability. So, but she's got a pile of health, and she's quick, and that's basically it. And she's fantastic because on her basic, she dispels, and then she can cleanse your whole team, and she can heal, and she's fast, tanky. So she's good to have in there. Grandmaster Yoda is great in this ground war assault battle. I can't remember the name of the opposing buff that goes on there. It looks like the shock, but it grants some piles of protection up, and he can steal that and then, you know, stick it on the rest of your team with battle meditation. So it's super, super handy, and you'll see that throughout this video. So that's what he's for. He's going to go steal that, spread that out, just push all kinds of turn meter all the time, and he hits really pretty hard. So we'll take a quick peek at his mods as well. So he's pretty quick. I mean, I don't focus too much on speed with him. He's more about his damage, but crit damage, triangle, and I believe he has an offense cross. And so he's got a good pile of offense from his mods as well. So just over 9,000 with GMY. And then, of course, Hermit Yoda, and just defensive. He just needs to be fast. That's all. And you want him for his Grandmaster's training, that he's going to push out and call a mass assist and really tank up your team. And of course, he's healing all the time and granting turn meter, so he's pretty fantastic. So pile of health, he's pretty quick at 306, but yeah, you know, nothing really else matters, just speed and health. All right, so with that being said, let's take a look at this pre-recorded content here. And so this is tier 1, and it's always a little treacherous at the beginning. This is tier 2. So it's less treacherous with tier 2 and more so, of course, with tier 3. They have more turn meter loaded. But you'll see here right off the bat, I go ahead and I do the Heroes Arise, Resolve. And this can make it kind of treacherous. Because if you don't time this right, if you don't, you know, get the cooldowns all reset, if you kill them too quickly, then you're not ready with your Resolve, starting with the next phase. So you'll probably see me start to kind of slow it down here and start using some basics to try and get back to his Resolve and somebody being able to do the Heroes Arise. So basic. So we've got Heroes Arise available, but his Resolve is quite a ways away. Basic. So going into this next phase, I actually think that I probably have it mistimed. Looking at this, just going into it. Yeah, look at that. The result. This will probably kill it right here. Boom. Yeah. And this second wave is you really want to have your Heroes Arise here. So look at that. So I burned my Savior. So I kind of got lucky here. Got the Heroes Arise there. It reset his turn meter. But here on the second wave, I've already used my oops. So that's no good. And I still don't have the Heroes Arise. So I wonder, maybe I took this a few days ago. Nope, I go ahead and I use the Heroes Arise. Spread the Grandmaster's training. You want to get that out, but yeah, so I think probably I'll just basic it out here and try and slow play it so it can get back to his cooldown there. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'll probably go into this next wave messed up again. Ooh, man, he just hits so hard. And this is tier 2, so these guys are pretty tanky. Yeah, I go ahead and opt to put on the Grandmaster's training, puts him down, so the timing's probably messed up here as well. But I'll have to have it correct going into the next phase. That one's really bad. This one's not as bad. You notice that they don't hit quite as hard. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. And then you go ahead and steal their buffs, and you spread them out, and look at all the protection there. So we're fine now. So now I can just kind of slow play it and get everything timed up just right for the next wave. Yeah, you notice she just dispelled there on her basic. That's super, super handy to have her for. Spread the buffs. So now he's got his resolve ready. But we don't want to use it right there, obviously. So we're just going to plink him away. Call that the baby heal. It's nice. His little heal grants like 5% turn meter. So that's really, really handy. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that. But his little heal grants turn meter. So really, really nice to have. Basic. We want to spread the Grandmaster's training around. I don't remember where I put it. So there we go. And we'll steal that buff one more time. I can't remember what it's called. It's a nice little trick if you remember it. There's that offense buff. If you use GMY and you steal the buffs, do his AoE, and then you go ahead and push that offense buff, it gives him a few more buffs, and then you spread it around. Boom. So time that just right. So you see the heroes arise, and right here I've got my resolve ready. Boom. And so then you focus down on General Grievous. And look at this. Whole bunch of offense buffs. Baby heal. Just a slaughter. They don't have any chance. They're all stunned. What are they gonna do? Look at that. So at this point, yeah, look at that. I just push auto because the rest of it's pretty easy. I might take it off auto at the very end, but like a lot of these assault battles, you know, when you first start, you know, it's maybe tough to get on top of it, but then wave number 4 and then wave number 8. But so yeah, well, let's go ahead and scooch forward a little bit. And these ones, I mean, if you can do the rest of that, the rest, you know, this is easy. I still have it on auto, as you can see. So going into wave number 7, let's see. I might take it off auto here. Nope. Just leave it on auto. I'm probably going to point. And it's important to focus down on Asajj, because she'll just remove all your buffs, and that's super obnoxious. Yeah, see, there we go. Yeah, and then I push auto again. So once I focus down on her, then I'll probably, then I usually will take out Poggle and then Newt. So, and they took out Yoda, and I don't really care at this point. It doesn't matter. I still have it on auto. Jedi Knight Luke will just carry it through. Look at that, 162. He hits so hard. Yeah. So anyways, at that point, it doesn't matter too much. I usually save Dooku for the end, but... yeah, easy. So we'll go ahead and scooch forward, and let's take a look at wave number 3. So same squad, and here we go. So at the very beginning, this can be this can be tough. And with tier 3, you really can't make mistakes. And again, you have the single oops. So there we go. Get the heroes arise. Look at this. This time I'm thinking about it. We're going to save it. We're going to save it. So that's what I would encourage you to do. I mean, if you can get on top of it, and, once you start Yoda going and you get all that turn meter, look at that. That barely did anything. Start spreading the Grandmaster's training. Yeah. You can save that first resolve going into phase number 2, because you really have to have it for the, whatever it is. It's like 6 droids, 6 or 7, and they just take like 10 turns before you can even go. And man, they just hammer down on you. So you gotta have that resolve coming into that. Each wave, you gotta have that ready. There we go. Look at that. Look how tanky they are. That last one was almost 50,000 from JKL. 76. Just barely tapped. To spread the Grandmaster's training, I usually spread it around to the ones that are a little bit weaker. 18. 45. Come on. He's got way too much health. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, timed it there. You see the turn meter on JKL. Super important on this wave. Look at that, 6 of them. And they just hammer away at you. Look how tanky they are. And you really got to get busy killing these guys. So offense buff, spread it everywhere. Another AoE. Man, Yoda's super, super handy. 156. Yeah, so this wave is fine, right? So if you come into it with, your resolve cooled down correctly, and you did the heroes arise coming out of the last wave, then you should be in good shape. So let's scooch forward a little bit. And we haven't even used our oops yet. But you'll see, whoop, we did the heroes arise right at the end there. You see he's got a 100% turn meter. And boom, there we are. Same thing again. So let's go ahead and scooch forward a little bit. It takes forever to eat through these guys, my goodness. Yeah, look at that. Wow, it takes forever. All right. There it is, boom. Full turn meter. So you come into this, and it's going to be the exact same thing. I'm going to go whack everybody, and there you are. Jedi Knight Revan does his thing. It barely tapped him. Look how tanky he is. Spread the offensive buffs, and go to town. Boom. Look at that. And once you kill GG, right? I mean, it's done. They're done. Boom, boom. Spread the buffs. Boom. Yeah. I wonder. Doesn't look like I'm putting it on auto. Maybe I'm too nervous on a tier 3. Let's see here. Yeah. But I mean, it's pretty easy at that point. And same thing, you want to use that Heroes Arise right at the very end. And it just takes forever to eat through these guys. Look at that. And you just tap, 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 tap. Basic. And there it is. Heroes Arise. And then he's got his resolve. Thump. Works like a charm. So I'll scroll, scroll, scroll. We'll get to the very end of 7 here, and then we'll go into the last one. Whoop. So same thing here. Heroes Arise. We've got Resolve, Bink, and you go after Ventress. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. I only half killed her. They were so tanky on here. Okay. Put her down. They're all still stunned. And looks like I'm just going to manual this just to be very, very sure. But, yeah, you're in complete control with Jedi Knight Luke. Look at that. They just didn't even have a chance. And you don't have to save your Heroes Arise anymore at this point. You just start whacking them. Remove the turn meter. Yep, you can't land shock on these guys that have all this tenacity. Nope. It's done. Well, we'll just watch it on out. Painfully slow. Look at that, 56,000. Offense up, spread the buffs. That'll help speed things up. Look at that. Barely tapped him. Yeah, go ahead and do the Heroes Arise. 200,000. 300,000 there to put him down. My goodness. Crazy. Remove some turn meter. Man. These guys are hitting for crazy amounts, and it's still taking forever. Boom, look at that. Can't stun Dookie there. Offense, spread the buffs. Bink, 56. Do the Heroes Arise. Wow, look at that. That was like 400,000. 128. Big hit. 171. There it is for the win. So, yeah, Jedi Knight Luke makes it easy. Just got to time it right. But, all right. Well, that's all I got for you today. Thanks so much for watching. And if you liked it, please subscribe and share with your friends and, you know, whatever. So, thanks a lot for watching. Catch out my Twitch. Check out my Discord. And we'll see you next time on the Way of Boog.